my God. God is a champion.
I've put in a very serious request for something this morning.
And it will come. It will come.
Johnny, it has to come.
You will be shocked priced. It will come.
Johnny, it has to come.
See, a God we serve, He answers prayers, and sometimes it will dazzle you.
Sometimes it's the time you've been waiting.
No, it will come.
Be such a will be sad.
You don't have to rush God. No. Don't rush God. God, He does things at His own time.
That's right.
You don't have to rush Him. No. If you rush God, you rush yourself. So relax.
All right.
Chillax.
Advice taken.
Yeah. Felicity Ahafenyo joins us on the phone line with the weather update. Felicity, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am much better today than yesterday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, my darling. Good to hear from you as well. Now you tell me, is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Is it going to shine? Tell me.
Yeah, for the snow for Ghana, no. Maybe if we are fully in the climate change, then maybe we'll be talking about that. But then, in terms of rain, yes, the minor season has started over the entire country. That's especially the southern sector. But the north, they are still in their rainy season. So we expect for us to be having some rains here and there as we prepare for a storm that is likely to move in. As we said yesterday, most areas over the north, the middle and part of the transition had some system, but then not every part witnessed the liquid that is coming out of it. For today, mostly cloudy conditions for this morning, becoming variably cloudy by afternoon into the evening hours. We expect some low chances of rain and thunder over part of the coastal stretch, part of Volta, Uti, over the upper east and then the upper west regions. For Ashanti region today, they still have some probabilities of rain occurring over their area by late afternoon into the evening hours. Temperatures will be 33 across the 16 regions. In terms of the sea, we expect it to remain rough. And then we are having some patches of rain and thunderclouds over the sea, especially if we are going towards the Nigeria, Cameroon area. And then today, if we are going towards Liberia, Monrovia, and its enclaves too, we are having some patches there. So fisher folks need to be careful. But around Abidjan areas, that's the Côte d'Ivoire, the place is free. But then we are anticipating moderate windy conditions, so they need to be careful and the type of boat they are going to use to navigate. The Volta Lake this morning, misty conditions is currently happening. We expect it to give way around mid-morning into the afternoon. And then we are anticipating some rain and thunder over the Ketekrachi, Kwame Danso, Afam Plains areas. They are having almost a 40% chance of rain occurring. Those around Sugakofe and Cliffsborn areas, they have a lower probability of some rain and thunder happening. Nancy, Kumasi, Akachi, and its environs, their probability of rain today is almost 60%.
Felicity, thank you so much. We are grateful for your time this morning.
Thank you too.
The Daily Graphic this morning says strategic local development policy out. Document aims to drive sustainable economic growth. This headline that Sixtus will write. Sixtus, good morning. Lawyer's handwriting. Helen, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
Why is he laughing, Capital?
I want to know,
because the headline is a dangerous guy. Lawyer shortage hits legal aid.
I thought we were told we have so many lawyers. Oh, in that case, let me lace my boots.
No,
I'm going back to the classroom.
No, we don't.
I mean, that we know for a fact. But some people will try and gaslight you and say, we don't need so many. It's all about the quality.
We know that, and the current Attorney General, Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, and the current Director of Legal Education, his lordship, he's now also fully appointed Court of Appeal judge.
Nana, yes.
Nana Kodia Berima.
Thank you.
And I called Berryman.
Yes.
Lawyer Opong.
Lawyer Opong.
You don't
that's
know
right.
he's a chief.
He's a chief.
Yes.
Yes.
I used to host him here as a neutral.
He's a chief.
Okay.
What has that got to do?
No,
With the price of fish. They say, what has that got to do with the price of tea
under
in
them,
China?
the numbers, admission has actually seen some increments into the Ghana School of Law.
What happened
But
to them
it's
one
still
before him who gave people admission when they were not qualified to get admission?
Front page of the Daily Guide newspaper,
you will
Ghana's
go there.
favorite newspaper. This trap that you are setting for me.
I'm not well, oh.
This trap that you are setting for me.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
No,
that's all.
let me take us to Ghana's favorite
Yes,
newspaper.
please.
Okay. And banner headline. Now, Mahama incites NDC against EC. You have to read it well to
On
get
the
it.
front page of the Daily Graphic
Banner
also.
headline.
Yes, Mahama incites NDC against EC. On the front page of the Daily Graphic said, deal with errant election officials at Farijan. Let's compare and contrast.
So Afarijan spoke at the bar conference in Kumasi. I think Mahama said this 2 days ago.
The all-important Farijan.
Yes, the first
Who we
time
have missed.
Is he consulting for the EC?
The EC doesn't mind him, do they?
I don't think anybody is consulting.
No, I think there should be a way to leverage experience. You know, beyond giving people contract
It
extensions.
has happened before. Sixtus, we talked about it yesterday, about that 2016 external audit or independent audit, shall I
Audit,
say,
yes, of the register.
of the register. And the EC chair then availed the EC to that auditing.
What do you lose?
And
What do
at
you
that
lose if
time,
you bring somebody like a Farijan?
yes, and
What
at
do
that
you
time,
lose?
in fact, the audit was done by Justice the first EC, the first EC chair,
VCRC crap.
Justice Crab.
The man with the
Cyril.
plenty names.
And so we've leveraged on experience before. This would be nothing new for us to go and take another past EC chair with a wealth of
And in
experience
fact,
to supervise. It's happened.
The committee he chaired at the time didn't just work on one thing. They were there throughout the election period until after the declaration of the result. So really, I think that we should be able to leverage on experience. You know, always, rather than always waiting to extend contracts for
a new
people.
thing. Yeah.
Let's appoint the people.
Yeah.
We can put the experienced people on some sort of consultancy, what do you call it, terms.
All right.
So that, we don't lose.
Afarijan is still alive. He's not dead. All these
And he still
flip-flopping,
has the respect of all the political
all this
parties.
flip-flopping we're having.
What's his name? General Mosquito is still General Mosquito.
Yes. Nothing will change.
Hassan Ayarga is
He's
still Hassan Ayarga.
Yes.
John Mahama is
It's
still John Mahama.
All of them.
All of them. So
All
if,
of them.
if the current chairperson of the Electoral Commission has issues with these crop of politicians, and there's a particular voice that the crop of politicians respect, why not bring the voice
them
on
in.
board?
Bring them in.
But all he does is just deliver lectures that I'm sure they don't pay attention to. It's not fair to the nation.
I bet The Ghanaian Times this morning says at Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development Initiative, Greater Accra Minister fumes at 29 MMDCs, queries them over failure to attend local economic development launch. Titus Glover, this is what you are doing. Okay. Pressure mounts on government to combat illegal mining as Asante Hene, UTAG, GBA, and Voice for prompt action. Third cohort media capacity enhancement program begins in Accra. Fatimatu Abubakar is Minister for Information. You know, since they said they were going to do 16, right? And this is the third. And the government is finishing. MHA records 83
But
suicide
there's still
deaths.
hope. It's not finished yet.
Oh, please. Relax for me. E-Levy cried. They say we're going to do 16. Nothing happened. On the back page, Cocoa Board combat ready against cocoa smuggling, according to the Cocoa Board, and engage fisher folks, communities in policy formulation, NFAG. watch out for our fisheries initiative. Helen, what do you have?
All right, I'll take you to the New Finder newspaper this morning. The front page has this to say: Access Bank storms 16 regions with job-creating eco-friendly initiative. Manufacturing subsector sees growth as tax collections net contributions surge. Also, fixed income market records impressive growth. On the front page of the News Center, NPP's ambitious infrastructure plans to create 3% of GDP fiscal space, new local economic development policy to create jobs and empower communities. 100 journalists begin third media capacity enhancement program training. Johnny, it's the third one.
Third one, eh?
Yes.
Out of 16.
I think how many more? You need to do 13 more. We have time.
We do.
You do one a minute. You get there. NIA issues Ghana cards in Canada. Okay. As pilots registration of Ghanaians abroad begins. All right. If you're in Canada, you can still get your Ghana card. Yeah, Canada. You can get your Ghana card. Banks record some 5.4 billion Ghana cedi profits after tax in 6 months. It's coming from the Bank of Ghana.
On the back page, Sixtus, there's an interesting caption on the back page.
I can't wait to come to it. That man, that old man, he's annoying me. He shouldn't angry me.
Disappointed.
In fact, let me flip. I'm not
disappointed as he's still giving us hope.
Dear Ghanaian football fan, lover and cheerleader of the Black Stars, our coach
What
has
is our
spoken.
coach is saying?
Our coach says it is still possible.
You should go and sit down.
He said it is still possible.
It is still possible, he says.
Go and sit down.
So Black Stars coach Otoado remains optimistic of Ghana's qualification for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations.
Comoros has defeated you.
A shaky
Cabo
start.
Verde has defeated you. Angola has defeated you.
Your mate,
Niger
Hughes Appiah is there
of Sudan winning.
Yeah, he say it is still possible. Go and sit down.
So as for us, we have to always do calculation.
Yes.
We have to always do mathematics.
Can you imagine?
We have
They
to
said
always...
if Niger scores Nigeria 2 and Nigeria concedes 6 and Egypt, then
we will win.
At this point, I think I want to go back to a submission I made earlier when we went and embarrassed ourselves. Was it the Cup of Nations or the World Cup? When we had the...
These days, I don't even... All of them.
But what is giving him the vim to say the thing he's saying now?
See, the qualifying weather is still... Because
it is still
it's still there's some
said
small...
after the Niger game, so it's still possible, but we have to improve. We have to improve.
Or what?
We have
Is
to
he not the
improve
one
to
in
use
charge of
our
the
chances, and also to defend better in detail, and to learn ourselves and to learn ourselves.
Don't Ulu.
Like
Is
I
he
said,
not the one
goals
in
are
charge
too
of
cheap. No, listen to this one. The goals are too cheap, and we have to grow from this. We have to learn from this. This is even more than a wake-up call. This is the lamentation of the coach.
But is he not the one in charge of the team?
Wait, how much is he paid again?
Plenty dollars.
We are allowing 2 cheap goals. Like I said, I am disappointed. We didn't learn the lessons from the first game. Now it's a set piece, and we are all back. We need to defend this better. This is for sure. And like I said, I am really disappointed. But surely, it is still in our hands.
He has come to join us to complain. He's collecting pay.
Hey, Black Stars.
He's joining us to complain. He will collect pay.
At this point, daily searchlights.
Otuado, Yasha,
I don't have the strength.
Yasha, Otuado, Yasha,
Black Stars.
Yasha.
Hey.
I don't know if you're in Yasha.
What are we going to do? You are laughing. What are we going to do about the Black Stars? This is a serious issue.
Oh, simple. I said, let us withdraw from the next 4 successive tournaments, whether it is
And plan well.
AFCON or it is World Cup. Let us withdraw ourselves, come back, pick players from home ground, camp them as many times as we can afford. The Pram place, is it still alive?
Yes,
it's still very much in good condition. Let us pick players from Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, Legon
Kwabi
Cities.
Brim United. Yes. They'll be back.
We'll have to re-engineer.
Yeah, we'll come back.
We have to. We can't keep... I mean, everybody is using us for confidence booster. Why?
Guys, we need to talk about our electoral commission.
We do.
Our electoral commission is not doing as well. We need to talk about our electoral commission. We need to call Madame Jean Mensah into a room and talk to her.
What are you?
Our number one cheerleader, Capsules Gerard, says that the electoral commission is behaving like a faulty electrical cable. When riots emerge, they will also be shocked. But today, Gerald, you've spoken plenty sense today. Oh. We need to quote it.
What do you mean today? What happened yesterday?
Usually he comes to make us laugh.
Exactly.
But
this is
From my shit.
I think that the electoral commission is actually behaving like a toy, right? With a battery that is low.
Okay.
So when you try to control it with a remote, it doesn't go.
It starts malfunctioning.
And that's what the electoral commission, because everybody is talking about them. Godeo, every political parties, but they are not listening.
Which is the worry. You see, if it were just the NDC talking, and
which in of itself, Sixtus, is that even
you see,
you know?
Even
you see,
that we could say that it's the NDC is being needlessly,
right.
You know, critical of
Okay.
the
That was
commission or is
Kodeo's
bashing
position in the beginning.
In the beginning,
But then Kodeo has
had to
come
change
back.
its mouth.
There's a-
Kodeo had to change. Recall the day we had Mr. Ahen here. On this same seat you sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't mince words at all.
No,
He
we
didn't.
have told them, but they are not listening.
But initially, Kodeo took on the NDC.
Yes,
that's right.
On some of the concerns it had raised.
But what I'm saying is that even if it's the NDC that is making that complaint, they are Ghanaians. Their complaints are legitimate.
Granted.
We cannot
I'm not
ignore
dismissing
that.
it. I'm
Yes.
just saying.
But then you would give it a bit of a pinch.
Because of their
Yes,
position.
Thank you.
Okay.
But now, other people are also talking. And the electoral commission is not listening.
And like I said yesterday,
Jean Mensah, they are not
the
listening.
issues about the voter register, it is not an NDC issue.
No.
It can, Helen, did you go to check your name?
No, please.
When
I
they
didn't
did
go
I
physically.
did. I went
did
to
not.
check
No.
my name.
So it is possible that you go out on election day
And you will not find
and
it.
you will not find your name.
And I'll not take it easy.
You-
I'll not
what
take it
would
cool.
you- At that point, it will be
at that
too
time,
late.
it will be too late.
I mean, a bit of display. No, because I've been waiting
exactly.
to
No,
exercise
I like what you
my,
have said. A bit of display.
Yes.
So imagine that you start to display.
And
Another
somebody
citizen
joins you.
also comes to display.
Display.
Another
Yes.
one comes to display. Imagine the chaos at that particular polling station.
That is right.
And imagine we have 5 of such polling stations. What will happen? The elections will degenerate.
That's right.
We shouldn't wait to get to that point.
I've been listening to the EC's position and the different actors there. They are adamant that their methods and their processes are robust and secure.
No.
Whatever it is that
No.
is thrown at them, that's the same response that we get.
but you are
These are
serving us.
machines.
You are
These
serving
are
us.
machines. It is technology.
You are
we
serving
using.
us. If we
Technology
don't
can
feel
fail
satisfied,
you.
forget.
Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer of the NDC, he's their IT, I say, specialist as far as their elections are concerned. And I was again watching him.
He's Deputy Director of
Deputy
Elections
Director,
and IT.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he says that when you go to the EC offices, their headquarters, the kind of security checks and measures you are subjected to, it seems wonderful. He says that somebody could actually go and pick up these BVDs or BVRs or even laptops, and we still don't know
Yes.
who it is because of the CCTV cameras, the security presence. And I think for me, that is one big bone of contention, especially when it came out. The EC said nothing like that had happened. It was all just, somebody crying wolf. And yet we have this intel that actually these devices are missing.
In my previous life,
Yes.
I corresponded from the EC. And I was actually, for the past 2 elections, I was stationed at the EC, corresponding for my previous employer. And when you get to right from the main entrance of the Electoral Commission, and they share the building with the NCC.
NCC, right.
Okay, so right from the main entrance, So there were actually two, the main entrance and a side entrance
Right.
at the other side.
Where Fire
getting
usually
exactly
boycotts everybody and goes through, goes to do his
So they
things.
had actually blocked the other entrance, and everybody had to go through the main entrance. And once you get to the main entrance, you are subjected to a search.
Rigorous.
Okay, and this is not your normal security people.
Pat and go.
These are not your normal police people. These are armed military and police people. So right from the turn into their side, the road there, off the main road, the rich main road, you see the tank parked there. Before you even get to the entrance, you are searched thoroughly. Once you are searched and you are allowed, and you still have to report to the security post by the one that is manned internally. You report to that, they also take your details. You climb up, there's another search there before you eventually gain access to the IPAC room.
So you're asking how the machines got missing.
And all of I'm sure there's cameras.
Yes.
There's cameras
Yes.
there.
How
as well.
did the machines get
How
missing?
did anybody manage to walk in and out of machines?
Get down on it, bang, bang, bang. Get down on it, bang, bang, bang.